Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, and turn on notifications so that you will receive alerts when there are new episodes. Go get it.
That's what I tell 'em. I've been grinding for so long, I wake up and chase my goals. I go out and I go get it. Hot or cold, that's all I know. I don't succeed, then I don't breathe. Success, what does it mean? If I conquer all my goals, then I'm living out my dream. Dig deep, go out and get it. Success Chronicles, compete until it's finished. Success Chronicles, go take care of your business. Success Chronicles, it's deeper than just winning. Success Chronicles.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Chip Baker coming to you with a session to highlight the authors of The Path for Coaches, Volume 3, Self-Awareness. And so, man, just some amazing people in the book. And we have a couple of the authors on with us here today. And so I just want to highlight them and let you guys get to know who they are, what they're about. Great people, so you can see, what they do, so you guys can go follow them and show them some love and support with what they have going on. So first off, ladies, thank you so much for taking the time to hang out with the Success Chronicles and be highlighted.
Absolutely. Thanks for having us.
I wouldn't want to be anywhere else tonight.
That's right.
Go.
Let's go.
Well, what we'll do is first, Coach Dena Scott, will let you kind of talk about who you are and what it is you do, and then Melahni, after that, we'll pass it to you. You can talk about who you are and what you do, and then we'll dive into talking about the writing and your chapters and those kind of things. So let's kick it off, Coach Scott.
All right. Well, thanks again, Chip. It's an honor and a pleasure always to be on a podcast with you, be in person with you. You're a dynamic person, and just in the last couple of months and years that I've known you, I've learned a lot, and this experience has just blossomed. Been able to do a lot of great things. But just a little bit about myself. I'm an educator. I've been in education for the past 23 years. I've been a teacher. I've been a coach. I've been an athletic administrator. My last 8 years, I've served as an assistant athletic director and the athletic director in Fort Bend ISD, one of the largest districts in the state of Texas. I kind of serviced about 500 coaches, anywhere between 10,000 and 12,000 student athletes at any given time at the middle school and high school level. And recently I joined the coaching academy the Thornton McFerrin Coaching Academy at Texas A&M University as the Future Coaches of Texas program director. And I'm still working with high school students, but now not just in Fort Bend, but across the state, to help them maybe find their path. And their path might be in coaching. And so anything I can do to help foster that path and profession. There's a shortage in Texas and across the country of coaches. And so our coaching academy is trying to build coaches and build them in a way that, they'll be successful from the ground up. And, this book has been enlightening for me because I feel like I've been just writing to myself as a young coach. I don't know if that makes any sense, but, as a young coach, I thought I knew all the answers. I thought the main goal was to win on the scoreboard, and if we lost, I was a very, negative and potentially, that was all it was to me, was winning, losing. But then after, seeing other coaches and seeing other administrators and learning and getting great mentorship, that's not what it's all about. Winning is not all about the scoreboard, and that's kind of what I talk about in the chapter. It's the growth mindset, it's the overcoming adversity, it's the having the sportsmanship and the camaraderie and learning life lessons through sport and all of those things that get us, to life beyond athletics, because eventually you hang up the cleats, you hang up, the uniform, but it's what you've learned, in athletics that really makes you a team player and provides you with those life skills for life. So that's me.
So good. Well, yeah, it is. Melahni, before you dive in, I want to ask you to make sure that you share with them your background in your sports journey, because it's a neat one, when you share it. And also tell them where you are so they have some sympathy on you with this cold.
So I am in Indiana, Indianapolis, and when I was 7, my mom signed me up for ice hockey, and I didn't realize I was going to be the only girl for 12 years in the league. But that started my competitive nature, and I don't really write about that in this book because I took this from an advantage of my experience in corporate. But playing hockey gave me the mindset and the strategy to be competitive in the workforce like no other, like the things that I was doing and challenged with. And so this real journey took me from the self awareness. I love the title of this because it really had me dig deep into the transitional points that I think every single person goes through, whether they're a formal coach, whether they're in a corporate environment where they need coaching, assistance to get them to the next level in their career, whether they are, a parent that they're going to coach their kids, whether they're coaching a community program and maybe at their church, they're leading a Sunday school. Every time you become a mentor to someone, you go through a self awareness phase and the belief of, am I good enough? Should I be doing this? Am I in alignment with my values? And so I really dig deep and talk about that. And it really uncovered a lot of those phases and took me back to reflect on, oh my gosh, I remember when this happened and why it happened, and then how it changed me. So I think that's exactly what coaching is all about, no matter what you're being coached through. And it's kind of like this self-coaching guidebook that helps you to say, when I experience this again, what's going to trigger me so that I can become more successful the next time I experience something. And so that was really my perspective in this whole writing is, what do you know about yourself? Right? John Maxwell always teaches this. I'm a Maxwell certified coach from the very beginning that I followed him. It's you have to know yourself to grow yourself. And so if you can really start to understand what triggers you, how you are developed, what your strength set is, what your strength mindset is, you start to say yes to the things that really align with you, and you say no to the things that really aren't going to make a difference. And that's a really hard place to understand how to get to. But when you get to there, it's the clarity, it's the business clarity that I provide my clients now. I'm a business consultant. So when I work with teams or organizations, even some individuals, it's really that acceptance of what do I want and what am I willing to sacrifice to get there, right? And so we have to really dig deep into those strengths, understanding their values, and then how far do they really want to grow? Is it just to a destination or is it a journey about changing their character? So that's what I love about growth. It absolutely aligns to every sport that I've ever played. And, if you want it, you can achieve it. You just got to put in the work.
So true, so good. Well, thank you both for sharing your stories and your background so the audience have an idea of that. But as I was listening to, what you both were talking about and relating that to the book, so like the path for coaches, right? And I just reflected on both of your journeys in your past, right? Like the things that you've been blessed and fortunate to achieve in your life, but not just stopping there, but you both have done an amazing job throughout your life and your careers with like taking the things that you've learned and experienced and actually using that to help others in their path, right? And so, why do you feel that it's important to help others in their path? And we'll go in the same order. We'll go with you first, Coach Scott, and then we'll pass it to you, Mel.
Sure. Thank you, Chip. Great point. There's been so many mentors in my life, starting in high school and middle school. One of the Coach Watterson, Coach Cook, she was my seventh grade volleyball coach and just mentored me. And I remember being in the gym and, then growing into high school and Coach Benefield and coming back after I graduated from, went off and played in college and came back to my high school alma mater and was coaching. It started coaching with Coach Cook again at the middle school and then got to my high school again and coached with Coach Benefield. And so those were strong women in sport, in coaching, that were role models to me, that showed me that, they can do it. They had families. They were struggling through being single and remarried and all of those things, and raising kids by themselves, but then coaching on the side. And with coaching, you all, if you've ever coached, you know that it's not a 9 to 5 job. It's it's all 24/7 is more what it is. And so when I came back and I wanted to get into teaching and coaching, and they were there to support me and showed me, then it was only natural for me when I got into the role as a coach to help those along, side me. And then also as an athletic administrator, I was the first female athletic director, assistant athletic director, and athletic director in Fort Bend ISD. And so a lot of female coaches and coaches in the district got to see that, there is an opportunity, like, Melanie was saying, that, there's opportunities for women to be in those roles, but you have to work hard, and you don't have to sacrifice the family. You don't have to sacrifice the time, away. But, again, I just felt like it was a calling for me to give back, because there were so many along my journey that poured into me. And so hopefully, this chapter, at least this one chapter, will help, and the whole book will help, in all different aspects.
So good. I think that's awesome that you got to work with the coaches that coached you. Like when you can do that, that's really special. It's special moments. I've been able to do that a few times with athletes that I coached, that, we worked with them. And, now, a couple of those guys are head coaches doing amazing and they bring me in to pour into their kids. And so just the dynamic of that, to see, knowing that they were amazing guys now pouring into athletes as well. It's so cool to see that transition. What
Yeah, it's,
about you,
it's pretty
Mel?
cool.
Yeah. Um, I think, for me, I look back and I think about the coaches that I had from just student council, right? And sports and school, and how many times that we've reconnected now as adults. And I look at how they frame, oh, we understand what you're doing today because that's who you've always been. Like, I'm like, well, I didn't see that, but they did. And so, it's those people that give you the belief in yourself when you don't have it yet. And you borrow that from them. You don't even know you're borrowing it yet. You just are around those people that encourage you, that bless you, that want you to do so well that they will create those paths for you. They will open those doors that you don't even know that you need to have opened. And that's what I love just about the coaching environment is it's the mentorship, it's the relationship, it's the true journey of growing with someone, alongside someone. As I do it today, it's a lot of people that I pour into community. I build community is what I love doing. And I look at the people that are attracted to, hey, I want to be in that same room. And then as I speak into what I believe, they start to come alongside me. I'm like, I need some of that. I want some of that coaching. I want some of that mentorship. And I look to the mentors that I have, and I'm exactly the same way, but you've got to put yourself in those right rooms. They're not going to just happen. You got to do a lot of work. And yet, what I've learned from just the corporate side of being eliminated from a job that I loved, and I thought I was getting the right mentorship, it was about their positioning and their values of what they wanted selfishly, instead of really mentoring me up. And I hate to say that it was, men mentors instead of female mentors. When I've been around female mentors in my life, it seems like they really want you to strive in a corporate environment, right? So I've learned a lot of lessons of, who to trust, but more how to ask the right questions. So if we as coachees or mentees know how to ask the right questions of our coaches and mentors, man, we get so much more out of it. And the mentor and coach gets so much more out of it because they feel like they can pour into you, right? So if you know the answers to the test, you want to achieve the answer, right? So today it's great because I've seen people that I've been alongside to coach them through their careers, to coach them through opportunities, to help build businesses with them. And I relish in the fact of like, we've done that together. Like, it's not one person, it's got to be both parties. You've got to be 100% in it. And then you get the rewards and the fruit at the end. And so you get to continue that journey and just celebrate the success. And I'll tell you, success breeds success because every win, you have a new environment to have a new vision. And then you get to see, like, well, what can we do together? Great. We helped each other get here. Now, what's next? What's that next opportunity? And that's what's continuing to happen in my community is just the doors that are opening that I have had no idea where they were. I didn't even know which direction or path to go in. And yet taking that action step and working with those people that really have the same focus, same heart, same vision to achieve something together, it's like any winning team. It's the ingredient for success, and you've got to stay in alignment with that at every phase of your life, right? So, no matter where you are today, if you end a career and you're going into even a retirement phase, you've got to find those people that can continue to help you grow, help you learn, help you stretch, because there are many levels to this life we live, and it is awesome.
No doubt. As I heard both of you ladies talk, again, like I said earlier, I was just reflecting on the dynamic work that you both do and how you do what you do, right? It's one thing to do what you do and another to do it how you do what you do, right? That's a difference. And so just, knowing the hearts of service, faith principles that you both, operate in, I think is awesome. Uh, but it takes a special person to be able to do that consistently, right? And so, um, just gonna throw quickly at you, Coach Scott. When I say the word self-awareness, what comes up for you?
Just genuine thought provoking, looking into yourself and just taking a moment to look at your, I would in my recent job change, I've been looking back, over my career, and just, like I think Mel was saying, you don't know when doors close and others open, and when people are there just, guiding you and supporting you. Now I look back, that I wasn't self-aware back then, but now over the course of these years, I'm definitely looking in and just looking back on all the greatness that's happened in my life and how doors have opened because of the hard work, right? And doors have closed as well. But just grateful and just genuine.
I love that. Would you agree? Because like I agree with you. The whole self-awareness piece. Like I was too busy to be looking at myself, right?
Yeah,
Like we putting in the work. Right? I don't know about
yeah.
all of that, but there's some principles by which you operated in, and I think that's the self-awareness piece. Like for sure, I want to operate in this manner now as we are mature, that's the word I'm gonna use. Now that we are maturer, uh,
Yeah.
we have an opportunity to look back and reflect on the journey and really just say, hey, I did this and I went that way. Ooh, it wasn't good for me. I did this. This was pretty good for me. Now we can offer that guidance, that path to others. So let's throw it to
Well,
you,
just
Mel. Go ahead,
Yeah,
coach. Go
just
ahead.
well, just to give you an example. So, in my time in Fort Bend, I hired a lot of head coaches, a lot of coaches, and when I'd have to say, I'm sorry, we're going in a different direction, I could understand what they were feeling because I had been there too. I had been told no, we're going in a different direction many times, and I can feel the hurt and the anger because I felt I was ready, and I know they felt they were ready, but then when they do finally get that yes and that fit, they always come back and say, I know you had my best interest in mind. I'm so glad that that was a no there then, because this yes was so much better than I could have ever hoped for back before then. And so when you talk about that, it's just, you know, having to go through those pains and hurts to help someone else, it makes it bearable.
Oh, no doubt. It's crazy. This is something just yesterday I said to someone. Every no provokes us to look within and be grateful for every yes.
Amen.
Like, man, like just, and you described it perfectly, right? Like it hurts. Sometimes it hurts you to the core. And sometimes, you put the work in, but you don't know all the other things that's involved. You don't know that it's not a good fit, or, what you have to offer is valuable, but that may not be what they need, but you don't know
Yep.
all of those things. You just know that you're striving to help, striving to be of service. And then you have to reflect back on, okay, the self-awareness piece. Who am I? What do I stand for? Am I striving to do it the right way? Yes, yes, check, check, check. Okay, well, I'm good. Keep pushing, right? Because there will be a yes that will come, and
Yep.
really, you get to a space to where, hey, I'm attacking the no's. Like I'm attacking, like, come on, give me a no, because like the more no's I get, that gets me closer to a yes, right? That forces me to get better and work to be the best version of myself, self-awareness, right? So that I can be better. And when I do get that yes, oh man, it's on. I'm primed and ready,
That's right.
and chomping at the bit. Yeah. All right, Mel, what about you? Self-awareness.
I've done so much work on this, and I have to say, it all comes down, I believe, to our ego. We have so much selfishness, and when we just let go and take action that you say, "Okay, God, what's it going to be?" Like, I know you're guiding me in this way. I know that these doors are closing, but you're going to open these other ones. You have to have so much faith when you really become self-aware that you're like, I let the ego go. It's not about, getting that trophy, finishing first. It's about being in the right path, in the right lane for where you were designed, right? And that's that real reflection that you say whatever it ends up being is exactly where it was designed to go. I don't need to have control over it. I need to show up. I need to take action. I need to be consistent. Like you need to have the values of growth. And as long as you do that and you're consistent and you have somebody in your corner making you accountable, then you're going to be in the exact right place that you're supposed to be. So we can all have goals and it's great and like, hey, let's achieve this. And maybe we miss the mark sometimes, but I really think it's all pre-designed. There's nothing that you can change about that. You have to show up and you have to look for those opportunities and you have to know that it has been predetermined for you. So put yourself in the right rooms with the people that are a lot smarter than you because they do want to help you. They do want to guide you. They have so much knowledge and so much opportunity and so then we need to be in those rooms when we're not, right? When we are the smartest ones to guide those people up, like lift that hand and get those people in the right places because that's our job. And I just feel that's kind of why we were designed on this earth to help each other. So that's just why we're doing this, right? We want to connect and learn from each other, and it just makes my day so much better when I know there's a few things that I need to accomplish, right? Integrity, character, and consistency. And with those three things, if I make every decision on that and I show up, then I know things are really going to come to me.
So good, and so true. Um, the thing I love about it is, um, like the people that are is watching this or listening to this, uh, like maybe they're just seeing you ladies for the first time and hearing you for the first time. But what's really cool is like for me to know you both and hear you say those things, right? And I'm saying to myself, yeah, yeah, you that's who she is. Like that's in alignment with yeah, right? So just like you're not only just saying those things, but you can tell that those things are it's in alignment with who you are and what you do, and it's been tested over time. All right, like it's not just a fluff thing. It's not just hey, try this. Like no, no. Like it's some good stuff, right? And so, with this last piece, what I want to do is I know that you both are involved in some pretty neat things, pretty neat programs. You offer some awesome stuff. And I'd love for you to get an opportunity at this time to, hey, take your time and talk about what you do and your programs and all of your stuff and where people can go follow you and check you out so that they can show you some love because you both are offering some amazing things to help people along their path because you've developed your self-awareness along your journey. So we'll go with you, Coach Scott.
All right, thank you again. So what I do now is I work, like I said, at the Thornton McFerrin Coaching Academy. I'm the director of the Future Coaches of Texas program. It's for high school students. It is one of 13 TEA approved CTSOs, which is also Career and Technology Service Organizations, student organizations. And so basically it's similar to like FFA or BPA, Future Farmers of America. Each high school can start a chapter, and I am willing and able to help any advisors, coaches. They can be coaches, CTE instructors, anyone that's affiliated with that high school. Start a chapter for high school students who are wanting to go into the coaching profession. Again, we talked about it at the beginning. We have a shortage of coaches in Texas and across the United States, and so as an athletic director, we started our each year short coaches, and that was not good for the kids. It was not good for the other coaches who had to double up and maybe coach multiple teams. And so, our goal is to provide opportunities for our students. To be with other students, not only in their high school, but throughout the state. And so we will be having student seminars. You can go to our futurecoachesoftexas.org website and look under the events page. We have student seminars that are day events, but we also will have our first annual state convention in May. Yes, and I think Chip's going to be there with us. May 16th through the 18th, FCTA chapters are able to come, but we might be able to have some other high schools as well attend if they are not a FCTA chapter, just to get the kids exposed to coaching. And it's going to be like a mini coaching school. We partner with Texas High School Coaching Association. We appreciate them so much for their partnership. We also have support with the ADs Association in Texas. We also have support with the Texas Girls Coaches Association. And so it's going to be run like the state convention is going to be run like a mini coaching school. And so we'll have coaches there lecturing, doing demonstrations. We'll have some leadership opportunities for them to hear from, speakers like yourself, Chip, and others. And so if you're interested, I'll give you my email is dena.scott07@tamu.edu, but go to the website and you'll find all the information there, futurecoachesoftexas.org. And you can follow me on Twitter or X, dscott713, and on Instagram, dscott71350.
Awesome, Coach. Awesome. All right, Mel, give us what you
That is
got.
all.
So good, isn't it?
Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
yes.
that's why I wanted to
Well,
make sure we take time, and that
woo.
let me warn them. Hey, get ready. Mel's about to hit you with some stuff too. So let's go.
Well, after I left my medical device career, I decided that I was going to pour into the community. So what I do now is business consulting a lot for healthcare administrators, growing businesses, startup companies, and I run a lot of community programs. So I have done volunteer work in grants for schools for young women. Also run a women's networking group every month. We do media training, YouTube classes. I do blogs, podcasts, write books, and so many things that I feel like if I could just spend more time volunteering and helping people believe in building their confidence. So, a lot of people that come into my confidence programs, we do speaking clubs. I'm part of the Maxwell organization. And so, being a certified executive leader in that program, we do transformation trips. I've gone to Panama and Argentina where John Maxwell is invited by the country, by the presidents, and we take a select number of coaches. We took 75 to Panama and 140 to Argentina. And we work with the level of government, police, schools, the leaders in the countries to teach them values and leadership lessons. And so this part of my kind of transition and journey after being with the team for 10 years, I am an independent coach, but I pour into myself to help learn and grow others. And so now the things that we're doing are signature John Maxwell Live to Lead events, and they are brought into the community. We have a license to bring those in. And, I tell people, they say, oh, that's an expensive ticket and they're not even going to be there. I'm like, look, if they were live, you'd pay $50,000 or more for an hour of their time. So $100 for a ticket is not expensive for a bunch of people, right? But the content that John Maxwell, his heart delivers, and there's so many, things that I talk about in so many of my books where he and I and our families have connected. Um, it helps you, right? That's my key mentor in my life to help me believe bigger, to believe that things are possible, and to believe that there's no like finish line. So everything that I do every day, I've been inspired by people that are just around me, like you people here, and we say, what's possible next? What's the opportunities for us to collaborate and teach other people that there is hope if you believe bigger for tomorrow? Um, my company is Everyday Leaders because I believe in the consistency that you do every day, not just in a day, but every day that makes you build your character and your beliefs and your confidence for your life. So, whether it's a speaking club, a morning devotional that I've been leading since October 1st, 2019, yes, it'll be 7 years this October that we meet every day. It has become my brand, my belief, my values, my character. And I love to just share that and spread that around for other people to just catch it, right? Catch it and go with it. So that's who I am. You can find me on every channel at everydayleaders.com and connect to me. I would love to hear your story. I would love to invite you on a future podcast and celebrate you for the leader that you are.
So good. Well, as we close, I just want to say thank you, ladies, for being on to be highlighted. And thank you for what you do. And thank you for saying yes to be a part of the path for coaches, volume three. And Mel, thank you just for saying yes, period.
Mhm.
Really, she's going to
You're
love big and support and help others. And that's what it's all about. The path for coaches is bigger than us individually. We all bring value. The big man has blessed us to have certain tools and traits and those kind of things. We all bring value to the table, but when we can come together and bring all of that together, oh man, just makes everything so much better. And so
Magic.
magic, that's when the magic
right.
happens. But it's so good, and and everybody wins when we can allow ourselves to do those things. So again, ladies, thank you guys so much for being on, and thank you guys for checking out this episode. We'll see you next time. God bless. Go get it.